Hi guys, happy Sunday. It's your Intuitively D, and I just wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about this Mars in Scorpio energy that's also going to turn into the Sun in Mars, Mercury and Mars in about a week or so. So if you're interested in this, stay here, listen up. This will definitely be posted on my YouTube channel. And if you like my style, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That would be great. It's Intuitively D over there. And, you know, if you're looking for a natal chart reading or anything like that, also on my site. But let's talk about all things Scorpio right now. And I have notes because if I don't, I will just go ridiculously. I'll just chat about anything. So right now we have Mars in Scorpio. It's been there for about a week or so already. Less than a week, actually. I think it entered last Thursday. On October 23rd, the Sun is going to enter Scorpio. And I think right after that, Mercury is going to go into Scorpio. Today and tomorrow, the Moon is in Scorpio. So we are really just feeling a lot of Scorpio energy personally, and you can see it in the world that we're living in right now. If you didn't know, Scorpio is all about transformation, death, and rebirth. They're all about, they're all about getting to the bottom of this, getting to the bottom of things. They're about uncovering secrets, super passionate, ambitious, all of those things. But when we put Mars in Scorpio, the Sun in Scorpio, and Mercury in Scorpio all in the same area, it's a recipe for either the greatest things on earth or some of the craziest things on earth. We can lend it to Mars being the aggressive, it's aggressive, right? The Sun is your ego or your father. And Mercury is the planet of communication. So when you have Mars back in its rulership, able to be very aggressive about finding out secrets and wanting to be controlling and demanding and get things done. When you have eventually the Sun in Scorpio, which is all about the ego of that. And then Mercury in Scorpio, telling people secrets, uncovering people's secrets, letting people's secrets out and letting things be known. It's just going to be kind of wild, you know, to go through. So things that we can take from those transits that are happening in the next week or two, is be courageous, be focused, be ambitious. Try not to be as impulsive or aggressive when it comes to those things that you really want to do, really want to achieve. All right. I would say fact checked before speaking on anything. This could be in your personal life. This can be on social media about the shit that's going on in the world right now. Fact check it before you talk about it. I would also say don't take the bait on things that we'll be hearing and people will be telling you. Scorpio in its worst self can be crazy manipulative. And we all know this. This is not like a huge ass surprise. But it also will uncover the truth. So it's about how you use those things, right? So don't take the bait if somebody is trying to manipulate you into doing something you don't really want to do, or it seems like it's off. Don't take the bait. Don't believe everything that you're hearing or seeing. Do your own fact checking. If this has you feeling a lot restless, or I think it can be like physically exhausting to the body, physically exhausting to the mind, I would say somehow ground yourself. This is fixed water energy. Think of like a river, an ocean that has its constant stream. It doesn't stop. It just is flowing. Doesn't care if a rock is thrown into it. Doesn't care if people are swimming in it. It is just keeping up the flow. That's Scorpio energy. It's fixed water. It will mow you down if you let it. It can be very overwhelming at times. So find some activity to ground yourself. I'm always about going out in nature, maybe going to the beach if you have one close. I'm fortunate to have one close to me. So putting feet in the sand, letting the water touch you to bring you back into like your present body, present space. A rigorous workout would be great to just tire your brain out. It's really going to be like a lot up here mentally. So a rigorous workout, you know, I still do, but not as often, but like I used to lift very heavy weights. I do mildly hot vinyasa yoga these days. So something that will have you sweat out and be physically exhausted so you can rest. So just be physical. I think another thing we can do, because Scorpios are highly intuitive people. Scorpio is the ruler of the 8th house that deals with the occult, deals with intuition. And, you know, there's that cliche that's like, as we move into Scorpio season, the veil, you know, and Halloween, the veil is very thin. But if you are already empathetic, if you're already intuitive, you have already probably been having like some wild ass dreams. So your intuition might just be like on full alert these days. And I wanted to like end it because I didn't want this to be like very, very long, but I really wanted to say, as we enter Scorpio season, because October, Libra season has been rocky for lots of us, right? But as we move into Scorpio season, which is going to have a very different vibe, but not any less chaotic. It is about this quote from this book, Intuitive Astrology by Elizabeth Rose Campbell. And she says, the wise Scorpio understands how to have power without needing to display or use it. The power struggles with others is replaced by the idea of empowering others. So as we move into the Scorpio season, personally, and the things that we see out in the world, it is about how can we use the power that we're going to have from Mars, from the sun, from Mercury being in this sign for the good, and not saying we need to control people, control the ideas, control the narrative, control all the things, and be domineering, like my idea is best. How can we use our knowledge and our expertise to empower others so they can be free? Because Scorpios really love to be free as well. To do work. Yeah, astral projection. I think the closer we get, and this kid, you know, if you're intuitive already, you don't actually need a season to be even more intuitive. But I think because the energy is shifting, because we're going to have so much energy in Scorpio, and we are all going to be doing like dream work. I'm not so much of a dreamer as I used to be with my like intuition. It's more energy these days. But in the last 2 weeks, I've had some very, very wild dreams where I'm like, maybe I should tell people I'm having these dreams about them. They're not terrible dreams. They're actually pretty beautiful. But not everybody accepts everything, you know, that you say. But I would say if you're having dreams, this is a great time to have a journal next to your bed. So when you wake up, you can write down what happened in the dream. And so you can kind of come back to it and, you know, meditate on it, or just really like reflect on what the dream is about. I think there's just going to be so many of us that already have inklings of intuition and whatever you have, clairaudience, clairvoyance, that it's just going to be super heightened this time. And we also need to take really good care of ourselves because the energy is going to be wild. We're intaking all this information, right? I hope you're not turning off like the information. We're intaking it, so we're seeing history happen, and that's very exhausting for all of us. So that's why I'm saying like grounding. If you're just coming in, like feel free to watch this when in the replay, but like grounding work is going to be so important for us for the next season, for the next 8 weeks. We're really going to have to find a practice that grounds us. Yeah, no, it's wild, honestly. We're really going to have to find a practice that grounds us. I'm so thankful that I have crystal bowls now, and every day, sometimes 2 times a day, I'm playing them so I could just bring myself like out and then back. It's been super helpful, but also, you know, yoga is such a great practice. Strength training, putting your feet into earth, touching a tree, hugging a tree is just going to be so important for us. I love to see my Irish family on, like, y'all just make me so happy, honestly. I just love Ireland so much. Sad that I'm not going to be there for this full moon eclipse that's happening in a couple of weeks. But yeah, so I'm just saying all this to say, feel free to watch this after. But as we enter Scorpio season, which starts October 23rd, and it might seem like a long time away, but if you are very intuitive, if you sense energy, you feel the shift happening already. And so I love to prepare people. I'm not a doomsday kind of astrologer or tarot reader, but I'm more of like, here's the things that can happen. I just love y'all so much. Yeah, I just do. Ireland just such near and dear to my spirit. I just got off the phone with my Irishman, so sweet. It's about just being prepared for the season. It's about being open to all the possibilities, but also having practices in place that keep us grounded. Be courageous, be focused, be ambitious, but don't be impulsive. Realize that there's just gonna be some aspects that I love you too. Y'all are just so sweet. There's just gonna be some aspects that might be a little bit challenging. But even in challenges, there's growth, right? It's all about perspective. I love Scorpio season. It's such a great time for transformation, for death of things that no longer need to be in your life, right? And for the rebirth of a new life, a new perspective, a new something. So I really embrace Scorpio energy a lot. And it probably is because I have 4th house Scorpio, Uranus and Scorpio in the 4th house. So I know death and rebirth all too well. But yeah, I just wanted to come here because I just feel like the energy of the world is just so chaotic right now that just a little perspective on what's happening and how to move forward is a little beneficial. So have a great rest of your Sunday. If you're still in Ireland and you're on here, it's midnight, go to bed. And if you're in LA, soak up some of this sun a little bit. We don't know how long it's going to be here for, but soak up some of the sun and just breathe. The breath. Just breathe through it all. What else? Yeah. And you can find my offerings on the link in my bio if that's something that you're into. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hopefully you have I wish you nothing but ease and flow for the rest of your day. See ya.